Hello, everybody. I am making an impromptu video um, that I feel at this moment I'd like to make uh, for two reasons. One, the primary reason of what I'm going to be speaking about, but also the hope that I'll be out of this situation soon. And I want to make these videos during the time that I'm actually going through it so that I can capture the feelings and the situation while going through it. I think that, and the subject is homelessness, and more importantly, trying to go from homelessness to having a home. Um, this is my first bold jump into trying to make a video where I could see myself as I make the video. It's a little disconcerting. So I probably won't give the video a lot of eye contact. Um, so bear with me. One of the things that I intend to hold to as a format is not a lot of production. Um, I want my videos or my recordings to be clear. I want them to be concise. I want them to be viewable, but I don't want to. That's my car turning the light off. Um, I don't want them to be anything more than what's really going on, um, because that's really well, that's what I'm trying to capture. That's what I'm trying to share about. I am 51. My name's Jason. Um, I I was about to say what I do for a living, but I didn't want to describe myself as that thing. I'm me. I am um, a multifaceted, multi-layered person, and I am in a situation uh, that is a struggle. Um, I have had a home. I have had a past where I actually owned a home. I owned a home for a very long time. And what I want to share about right now, the reason why I turned on the video camera right now, was because I was, as I do on a day to day basis, going through the gamut of feelings and situations that come up for me um, uh, while this is going on. And um, one of the reasons why I find myself truly in this situation is because I don't, I lost and don't have the support in my life or the situations in my life where I have any other option than this. Um, I don't have someone I can call. I don't have somebody I can lean on. I don't have somebody's house, a couch I can stay on. Um, as far as in a safe, healthy way, in a way that's um, on the path that I'm on. So I am doing the best I can with what the situation is. I uh, Another reason why I want to make these videos is because I feel that I'm coming from a very fortunate situation as far as my background, as far as my life before all of this. Um, the things that I can call upon from myself, um, to use to overcome the challenges that I feel truthfully have come up and that I have to overcome on a day-to-day basis, um, or even on a singular basis. Some of the things that can happen. Um, Recently, I had a car accident, and the vehicle that I was in the car accident with, I own, um, and is also my home. Well, I found myself in a situation that by virtue of getting in a car accident, my home was at jeopardy as far as my place, I think that makes sense. Um, I got through that situation, but see, a car accident is more than just a car accident in this situation. Um, Things like that. Uh, what brought me to, again, push record tonight was one of the things that I don't know that really translates to people about homelessness is, if you're on your own, um, and you don't have a community, and you don't have a support, or a network of people, or you don't have that type of situation, a safety net, and you're truly on your own, that means you're truly on your own in the sense that, um, you're alone. um, Loneliness, and loneliness is not a healthy thing for people. um, I can be really good at dealing with loneliness, but that doesn't mean that it's healthy or good for me or enjoyable. Um, and it doesn't go away. Um, it's hard not to know that you're going to face that every evening or every morning, or the time periods that I'm not working. I have been able to make a few acquaintances and friends that I'm able to spend some time with, but it's nothing like, um, life used to be, where you grow up, you have friends, you evolve, you do the life things, and then those people, there are a certain amount of people that kind of are in your life and continue to be in your life, and that you grow with, whether they have things to do and you have things to do. um, it's a natural transcendence, or transgression of you know whatever happens, it's gradual. The To find yourself alone in this way, um, is stark. Is It can be intense. It can be overwhelming. And I'm using this example, and I'm going into great depths right now about. I'm going to talk a lot about loneliness, but it's to bring up actually other examples and other issues of this situation. Um, when you're homeless, there are certain challenges that are day to day. Finding someplace safe to be. Whether you, I mean, I'm way ahead of the game in the fact that I have a vehicle, that I actually, I have a trailer. It's not one that I live in. It's this 10 or 12-foot trailer. Uh, it's for me to put the other parts of my stuff in life. I have to find where I was again. Okay, so as far as that being a kind of ahead of the game. In other words, I'm not quite literally on the streets uh, without shelter. I do have this sense of shelter, um, and but you have to find a place to park. You have to find, and the thing is that even though if you find a place to park, uh, that doesn't mean somebody or a situation can't arise to make that place not safe, or someplace you should move away from. Um, uh, you know, just like any place, just like having a home, obviously, um, negative things can happen, but there's a greater opportunity for that when you almost have to borrow realty to be able to be somewhere. Um, it can bring up all kinds of things too. It can really put it can make you really think about um, the realities of the world. And if you're not careful, you can become incredibly negative, or depressed, or uh, frustrated when you realize that how much um, a normal life, a day-to-day existence, um, having access to uh, the conveniences of a home, namely, most people, the first thing would say is a bathroom, a place to clean yourself, and the obvious, um, a place to fix food, a place to store food, um, and then of course electricity. Um, when you don't have these things, or these things are, it's like living on a campground. Um, it's extra work, and you're already in a situation where you don't have extra. Um, what One of the things that I really want to focus on is the fact that I think that one of the things that people don't really see about homelessness is the great vulnerability you have to normal everyday challenges that come up every day. And if you have a misstep, if you lose power on an alarm clock and are late to work, um, if you get a flat tire and you don't have the money to fix it, if you um, are having to overspend because you're not able to have the convenience of a refrigerator, um, some missteps are bigger than others. But what they can do is it can create a cascade effect of the little bit that you're kind of clawing onto to try to get out of the situation. It can set you back really far. And I think that probably most people in this situation, um, if they've made it if they made it back to having a home, to getting a place under their own power, they have probably gone through a lot of setbacks, um, of actually getting really close, and then it not working out, and having to start over, maybe start over even further back than they were. Um, that's a psychological struggle that presents itself on top of if everything is going great or right about your plan to get out of homelessness. Um, if you add to it, if you are perceiving the world around you is like if you feel the glare of others, if you're feeling judged by others, whether they be um, government officials as far as like police or anybody in that capacity, um, if you're security guards, you know, um, just people that you see every day. Um, it can be hard to not get into a negative mindset, to keep yourself positive. And then that brings up uh, one other thing I've noticed for myself. I believe in uh, therapy, or the use of, you know, the world of psychology or talk therapy. Uh, has been a positive thing in my life to achieve better mental health. Uh, the power of more than one person talking to another who either is serving to listen to or to share stories to empower, um, a better mental health situation. And finding that. I have to check the time, guys. Okay. Oops. What just happened there? Oh, still recording. Okay, good. I thought I ended the video. Um, I'm actually checking the time because I found an online Zoom support group, not about this, but just like what I was talking about. Um, Anything that hits your finances, anything that makes you um, healthier that you can't afford, as far as those types of things that are, you know, some people might not think they're necessities, and some people might. Um, if you truly need something, though, then you truly need something. And I can imagine that a lot of people uh, in the situation of homelessness might be the people who uh, might need a support group, therapy, uh, being mindful of their mental well-being, uh, in great need of that. Um, and by virtue of being homeless and being financially um, in that state, it makes, it's not there, or it's hard to find. It's hard to find. And then there's also the situation that this time period is unique in the sense that a lot of services have been hard hit. Um, I mean, there's been other generations that have had to deal with that, uh, depression, things like that. But you know, the time period before what we're going through now um, was a time period where there were more of those social services, and now there isn't, or at least it was very hard to find. Um, so that's my first rambling video about this. Um, I wanted to make this video also uh, as a first try. Um, I felt like it went fairly well. I ran along. I just came out of my thoughts about this. I've thought a lot about it, but I didn't. It was unscripted and impromptu. Um, as much as I've been planning on doing this, but I finally just felt like you got to do it if you're going to do it. So that's what this is. If I actually end up posting this, um, thank you for dealing with the first time I tried this feeling of it. Thank you.